to Coca-Cola Super Speedways. We're getting set for our non-charter event for the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series and the PCSRA Buffalo Wild Wings Series. That was not what I want, you derping game. We got Lilo Bakai and David Van Buren on the front row, Kenny Fields and Tony Lopez. Here's the rest of your grid. Sydney Balt trying to make her debut race. Haley Deegan, Ben Carpenter. Eddie Johnson's in the 7 truck this week. Alex Winters trying to make his debut. He's an AutoZone Amateur Series driver, as well as Jennifer Powell. Emma Tutu, who we have not seen since losing her Buffalo Wild Wings Series ride to Lucky Prescott. Emmy Lipson driving the 35. That was vacated by Lucky Prescott. Mama Akari, Prudence Hiller, and Ty Gordon complete the field. All right, let's get these cars going. You can check down the description for the timestamps on what race is what for both trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series. It also is going to save me a headache on doing 2 different races when I can just do them all in one video. And I have 12 hours to go until my freaking shift tomorrow. So, Brian's off again, and tomorrow as I'm recording this, I'm trying to kill a fly. I think I just killed a fly, Brian.
Yeah, good.
My trusty fly swatter's over here.
Yep.
I killed one the other day while you were at work.
Yeah.
And I did it on the paper towel. Right, which is ironically enough right next to your arm. So, 17 laps these drivers are going to navigate.
Oh.
But fuel mileage ain't going to be an issue. If you're hearing me slapping something, it's because I'm trying to kill some flies here in this house. So, just a forewarn. In between Buffalo Wild Wings and Truck Series races, I'm going to top off my water up here in the booth, my green cup. Haven't seen these drivers since our last timeouts race at Darlington. That was 2 weeks ago. Here we go. Green, green, green. Non-charter racing for trucks is underway. Had some rating issues testing-wise, so that should fix the problem. Also, I forgot to mention, I did a coin toss before I started recording. And the coin was Brian and I having fun at the hotel. That's heads.
Yeah.
Other roommates in Tequila, that was tails. I flipped the coin. It turned out to be heads.
Good.
So, that means the top 2 drivers in this race, or no, top 3 drivers in this race. I'm getting the heads or tails part mixed up. Top 3 in this one and top 2 in the second one in trucks will make the race. I also did that for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, and it landed on tails. Which means 1 driver from race 1 in Buffalo Wild Wings Series and 1 driver race 2 will make the race, as David Van Buren leads the first lap. The 90 truck has no owner points to fall back on. There's Lilo Akai in the 27 truck. We've never raced trucks in Buffalo Wild Wings Series at Coca-Cola before. Of course, we had a little demonstration in the Monster Energy Series over the years. And the one piece of advice they told the rookies for trucks in Buffalo Wild Wings Series, as well as the other veterans, do not go 4 wide. You will not keep it together. And we've seen some nasty wrecks at this track before. That's Prudence Heller who's dropped back. Of course, Prudence's son, Pete Hiller, made the main event in the Buffalo Wild Wings series. Omo Akari's back here. June Bailey's back here. That's Noah Platts driving the 43 this week. Ivory Walker trying to make her first start of the year. The one thing about this track is drivers have to be careful with one another. It's Betty Johnson, the 7. That's Jennifer Power in the 52, an AutoZone Amateur Series driver. Drives the 43 in the AutoZone Amateur Series. Of course, she and Ben Carpenter, as well as the other 34 other drivers that are not, some that are not in this field, they raced last week at Golden State Motorsports Park with the Monster Energy Series drivers. And Matutu, we haven't seen her since she got kicked out of her Buffalo Wild Wings Series ride. Driving the 47 for G2G Racing. That truck has to make the show in the field. She does not have points to fall back on. And if she were to rejoin the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, she would have a non-charter ride as a result. Fuel mileage not going to be an issue for these trucks and for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series drivers. So we're not going to see fuel mileage. Haley Deegan up there in the 1, driving for David Gilliland Racing. Behind Jordan Anderson in the 3, part of Quentin Moore's team. Right now it is David Van Buren, Tony Lopez, and Prue Granger who would occupy the 3 transfer spots. Bella Santiago trying to go 2 for 2 in Super Speedway races. She made the Ricky Weekend, trying to make this one. As my roommate Steven's coming back, Mr. Cussing Boy.
Well, that's what I told them. They don't listen to me.
Had a nice little barbecue meal that Steven cooked here in the paddock area, or what I call up in the
Where did you go?
up in the press box.
Murphy's?
Yeah.
Oh. To get what?
Now Bella Santiago has now moved into the transfers position.
That was it.
Where Andre at?
I don't know.
Probably went to his room, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell Steven something later, and this is not me yelling at him. What I was going to tell the roommates, FYI, and this is a little piece of advice, if you're going to be waiting for me, do not have to come into my job and wait on me when I'm busy and I'm not paying attention to you, because I really don't like it. Jordan Anderson back here, not making any progress. That's Laney Frederickson, the 36. I'll probably mute the conversation so y'all don't have to hear it. So that way you guys are thankful. Right now, David Van Buren, Tony Lopez, and Bella Santiago would be in the transfer spot to make it into our race weekend at Coca-Cola. Remember, in trucks, 5 drivers will transfer into our Truck Series race. There's Ben Carpenter trying to make his debut. Let me look at the points here for the AutoZone Amateur Series. Ben Carpenter still the points leader. Ben Carpenter had an okay run last week at the road course of Golden State. That's what I was trying to think of. Here comes Sam Vickers in that 31. That 31 team has not made a start this season. Tried to go to the inside, thought better of it. 31 trying to get around the 48. That's for the final transfer spot. So we're past the halfway point in this deal. Felipe Winterbottom, June Bailey's back here, Emmy Lipson's back here. And a little note, what I'm going to tell him is just because I get off at such and such time doesn't oh. There's Steven.
What?
No, I was saying just because I get off at such and such time doesn't mean I'm going to be off at such and such time, okay?
Yeah.
I understand you guys care about me and all that, but when I'm busy and I don't need any of you unless you're going to the bathroom. I don't need any of you going to my job waiting on me, okay?
Okay.
I can do it myself, thank you very much. And
I know.
Mario screwed it up.
Uh-huh.
So just a little FYI in the future, okay? Nothing too personal. Nick Jackson's off the pace. He's got damage to his 39 truck.
I know it's nothing personal.
Yeah, and I'll probably mention that to Toby and Brian when we have the chance to go out to eat Friday. So that way we're all clear. 39 truck got sideways. That didn't bring out the yellow, but Ty Gordon did a good job missing it.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, like I said, I understand they care about me, but when push comes to shove and I'm busy, I don't need anyone to bother me unless you're asking me a question, or in this case, if you're asking to use the bathroom. End of the discussion. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah, so when we get together, when we go out to eat together, I'm going to bring that up. I killed a fly.
Congratulations.
Good.
Great.
Right where I wanted it.
Grand. Wonderful.
Well, this fly was starting to bother me, and I finally had enough of it. So,
Yeah, I know.
so
Yeah.
I know your phone's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to get you a charger this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I don't like the ways these drivers are racing right here in this non-charter group. Malin Lee trying to make her second start in a row, but Kenny Fields trying to make his debut. Of course, as I said, these trucks have not... Nice motivational belt, Steven. As I was getting ready to say, these Truck Series drivers have not raced since 2 weeks ago at Darlington. That was the last time we saw the Truck Series drivers, was Darlington. David Van Buren going to take the lead. David Van Buren trying to make his debut race. Malin Lee made her debut at Darlington 2 weeks ago. In second, that's Edgar Furling in the 28, who owns the final transfer spot. Coming down to 4 to go. .30 trucks in this lead pack. All these drivers are in this group. I'm going to go ahead and fill up my watch because I'm not going to wait anymore. I was going to wait until between races, but I'm out of water. Sorry about that.
Finish your beer.
Sorry if I almost drank all of the Kool-Aid.
It's alright.
At least there's going to be more you'll make tomorrow. So, okay then. David Van Buren, Prudence Heller, and Malin Lee hold the final transfer spots. We're coming down to 2 laps of racing to go. And to my surprise, like what we saw at Ricky Raceway, no cautions. Non-charter deal. Something tells me we'll have a caution in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series non-charter race. Something tells me that's going to happen. All these drivers are vying for the top 3 spots. That is now owned by Prudence Heller. But here comes Ivory Walker. As we are coming to the white flag one more time around this first of 2 non-charter races for the Truck Series. Carmen Alejandro, who hasn't made a start since Martinsville. She's in the catbird seat of possibly trying to make it into the main event. Trying to make her second start in that 26 machine. That pink 26. The pink lemonade 26. Here she comes. Here comes Carmen Alejandro in the 26. No, it's just Minute Maid. Couldn't make the pass made. She's going to have one more chance. Meanwhile, it's smooth sailing as David Van Buren's going to win this qualifier, and he will make his debut. Battle for second is going to be Malin Lee. And who got the final transfer spot? Prudence Heller by 4/1000th of a second. Got the final transfer spot over Carmen Alejandro. For Prudence Heller, she will make her debut. For David Van Buren, he will make his debut. For Malin Lee, 2 race weekends in a row, she will make the main event. Great job to those 3 drivers. Drivers, unfortunately, will not make the show. Carmen Alejandro, David Heller, Ivory Walker, who we will see her in the Monster Energy Series race. Darren Strout, Tony Lopez, Alex Winters. Tough break for Alex. He'll try again next week at the track at Iowa. If I'm correct, I believe we're going to Iowa next week. And indeed we are. Emily Green, Edgar Furling, Paris Alexandria, Jordan Anderson, Momo Akari, Kenny Fields, Emma Tutu, Sam Vickers, Bella Santiago, Prue Granger, Betty Johnson, Tina Jones, Lainey Fredrickson. Tina Jones, I also forgot to mention, one of many AutoZone Amateur Series drivers. Betty Johnson, we will see her in a couple of days for the race weekend for Monster. Bella Santiago, I think we'll also see her in a couple of days as well. Lainey Fredrickson, Jennifer Power, we will see her next week. Jarrett Clark, Haley Deegan, Leela Bakai, we'll see her in a couple of days for the main event for Monster. Noah Platts, Sydney Ball, Landon Ching, Ben Carpenter, the points leader in the AutoZone Amateur Series. We will see him next week. Matt Smith, Abigail Stone, Xavier Allstop, Ty Gordon, Danny Grant, June Bailey, Felipe Winterbaum, Nick Jackson, and Emmy Lipson, excuse me. I almost did that again. Jeez. Alright, now I'm going to write this down. I'm just going to put the rides in so I don't have to mess with that. Alright, Q Race 1 is done. As I hit the wrong button, I do apologize. So race number 1 in the books. Race number 2 coming your way right now. Another 17 laps. Thank you, official, for interrupting me. We'll see Lainey Fredrickson in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race tomorrow. Tyler Walker's on pole. And who starts last? Nick Nelson. There's the grid right there. I don't have to just take you through the entire field. There's Aaron Hornish, who made his first non-charter race last time out at Darlington. He raced last week at Golden State. Unfortunately for him, he did not make the show. Trying to redeem himself today. I want to make sure everybody rolling off. They are. I've already showed you the grid, so I don't need to take you through the field. Top 2 will transfer into the main event. There's Ann Santiago right there in the 99 truck, last week's winner. As I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, get him into turn number 4. And Santiago, of course, even though she won last week, it would not be enough for her to get herself into the top 30 in points for that victory to count towards a spot into this season's chase for the championship. 17 laps, same rules apply. Top 2 will transfer into the truck race tomorrow. Green flag in the air for race 2. Not talking as loud as I am because it's like almost 8 o'clock. Last week we had, last time out at Darlington, we had Mercedes make their debut in Aline Burnett. She's back in the Mercedes this week. Also had some drivers make their... That's Jay Green, who has not made a start. William Davis in the 91. Sam Davis. Hilda DeYoung. Luke Peters, who made his start at Martinsville. Oh, we got a crash. Oh, it's the big one. It's the big one. Oh, it's the big one. Oh, no. James Orman's in it. Sydney Vortex all torn up. Luca Rosso. That didn't take long. First caution of the non-charter races out. Well, I jinxed that one. William Davis, Monica Towns, Brad Lewis, Shohei Alinsky. I don't know if he was involved in whatever this incident was. But the yellow flag's out. I also forgot to mention Alicia Marquez is in this race. All right, let's see where this got started. Let's go to the helicopter view so I can figure this puzzle out. Okay, what happens up here? Oh, did they get 4 wide here? Let's see. 82, and that was... Oh, Alinsky got turned around. Okay, so it was Alicia Marquez. Let's go to the 07. I'm going to go to the... I'm going to get a good view of this. Let's go to helicopter. Sydney Vortex. I mean, there was plenty of room for 4 wide, but we don't need to be crowding each other on lap 1, and that's the end result. Looks like one of the little towns got sideways but saved it. I think that was Jake. And indeed, it was Jake. Brittany White somehow, some way got away with it. All these other trucks try to avoid. William Davis technically committed female abuse, but he didn't because he was trying to avoid the wreck, but didn't mean to run over the Camping World Chevy Silverado. Man, what a crazy start to this one. Greg Rutz is now in a transfer spot. He's second. But we're going to have some damaged trucks. And unlike the first race, we have had our first incident of the non-charter race today. First race went calm and clean. This one's not going to be the case today. Out of the race after that one, James Orman, excuse me. Oh, somebody's got a problem. That's Sarah Littletown, who was supposed to line up in 10th. She's got a problem. But as I was saying, out of the race after that incident, Luca Rosso is out. James Orman, Shoei Alinsky, the 80, that's Ben Kalikawak, and the 01, or the 101 of Monica Towns, as something is wrong with Sarah Littletown. Did that bring out a yellow? The answer is no. So that will mean Sarah Littletown, unfortunately for her, she will have to go home. And all those drivers that just went out of the race, unfortunately for them, they will also have to go home. There's Ann Santiago. Became our first non-charter winner last time out at Darlington. Of course, she won from 35th on the grid. Greg Rutz going side by side with Tyler Walker there. Dodge versus GMC. Greg Rutt. Nice motivational Belgian. I don't find that funny.
Oh, sorry.
What I was going to say before that happened. It's not funny, Mario. Anyway. Back to the serious part. Apologies about my roommate. Y'all have my permission to run him over later. Okay. Back to what I was trying to say. Ann Santiago, the first non-charter driver to go to victory lane. I have a feeling any of these non-charter drivers right here, and possibly in Buffalo Wild Wings Series, could have an upset to go to victory lane this season. Jake Littletown. Of course, Sarah is going to be DNQing. Sarah Littletown is now 1 lap down. So it's up break for Sarah in the 75. Has she gotten... She's still on pit road, so it's up break for her. Like I said, I don't find that belch to be funny, in my opinion. I don't want to have to say I'm being rude, but I don't care, really. So that's a tough break for Sarah. Good news is her brother Jake is trying to get into the main event, and he's now in second. Of course, Jake and Sarah are both former Monster Energy Series drivers. And they were supposed to be in the Arizona Amateur Series. Unfortunately, funding never happened for those two. So they are in the Truck Series. And if they don't get any funding for the AutoZone Amateur Series, they may go truck racing next season. I'm trying to think what sponsor that says on the 72. I think that's Gamebridge. No, that's Garveration, the Garveration Toyota. I don't know what the Garveration is. Crystal Fontaine, the 60, driving the only Holden truck in this field. We talked about drivers who had not made a start this season. Crystal Fontaine is one of those drivers that has not made a start this season. Alicia Marquez has made a few this season. Noah Parker in the 199. Trying to make his first start of the year in trucks. After his ride had no funding, and Brittany White just blown up in the back. The points leader for the Monster Energy Series. Well, glad she did it in a non-charter race and not in a Monster Energy race. But Brittany White, unfortunately, out of the race, and unfortunately, well, she will not go home because she will be here for the Monster Energy Series race. So she'll be heading back to the paddock over there. Excuse me. Thank you, Steven. Damn allergies. I apologize for my roommate Mario laughing because I'm trying to say something, which I don't find that burp to be funny in my opinion. Noah Parker driving the Zaxby's Chevy Silverado. Sarah Littleton is back on track 4 laps down, as she looks like is still on pit road. So they still haven't even fixed what is wrong with that truck. That is a tough break for Sarah, so she is hoping her brother Jake makes the main event. Talked about last time out at Darlington, Mercedes made their first start, while Mercedes is trying to go 2 for 2 and making their appearances. Aline Burnett. There has been some rumors that Jake Putnam is trying to get a ride in the Buffalo Wild Wings series pretty soon. Unless he's already in a ride. I don't know if he has a charter or not. Also, we can officially confirm, I received this announcement this morning from Patrick Watson, for those that are not aware, and this is in regards of the Monster Energy Series. It was confirmed today that Division Racing will be leaving the Monster Energy Series at the end of 2023. We don't know if it's for personal reasons or what the officials are gonna do for that series going forward. But with the announcement that we're going to be having like tier racing for the Monster Energy Series coming up in 2024, that would mean division racing will be ending at, like I said, at the end of the season. So, you know, while I'm sad division racing is going bye-bye after the season, I think all the drivers can agree, as Jay Green has pulled into pit road, Jay Green is just trying to end his miserable day. But back to what I was saying, you know, it's sad to see division racing go, but these drivers in the Monster Energy Series, you will see in a few days' time, They got a big upper hand. So, like I said, don't know what the future is going to be for that series going forward, but we will have to wait and see what happens. Any rumors that Cody Smart's going to say about Monster Energy will either be not confirmed or not going to be discussed going into future races. But of course, remember, that's 2024. This is 2023. So these drivers are going to focus on 2023 and 2023 only. As Ann Santiago goes to the race lead, but did she make her move too soon? The answer looks like to be yes. Wayne Lopez, former AutoZone Amateur Series champion. And there's Jake Putnam. And Jake Putnam's going to have to yield it to Carter Howland, and that's Sam Davis. Neither of those two have made a start this season, Sam Davis and Carter Howland. Both of them are trying to make their first starts of the season. In GMC Sierra's case, trying to make their first start of the year with the 87. Greg Rudd's made 2 races, Ricky in Atlanta, and Greg has not made a start since Atlanta, so there you go. And we're going to be coming up to Nick Nelson pretty soon. Down to 2 laps to go. If the caution were to come out, the race will end under the yellow. Remember, only the top 2 can move on to the main event. Everyone else will not make the show. And that means for Ann Santiago, that win like she got last time out at Darlington, it's not going to matter because it's not going to change the playoff grid any way, shape, or form. The only way it could is if she gets a charter, then her goal would possibly try to get in the top 30 in the point standings. But since she doesn't have a charter, it's not going to matter much. Here comes Maribel Madrigal coming up the inside as we're going to take the white flag one more time around. Aline Burnett is in the lead in the 86. And looky there, Nick, oh, this is not going to end pretty. As Nick Nelson is going to impede some people. And this will really screw some people over who had a chance to possibly make the race. Phil Hooper is going to take the lead, but did he make his move too quickly? He's a sitting duck. So is Xmendia Contreras, who just took second away. And Alicia Marquez. Marquez trying to make the race. She gets blocked. That's a shame because we could have had some drivers possibly make their debut and all that, but that's not going to matter anyway. Here comes Contreras. She's going to go side by side with Phil Hooper, but Phil Hooper is going to win race number 2 of the non-charter series. And by a splitter, Xmendia Contreras took the final transfer spot. Did we have a crash coming to the checkers or no? Looks like no. Okay. I was going to say, did we had a crash coming to the end of the race? Looks like that was a big fat no. So, yay, congratulations to Phil Hooper. And the 143 of Xmendia Contreras. And if I look here, points, Hooper is in his first start of the season. That's good. Xmendia Contreras, however, is making her rookie debut. Of course, Phil Hooper is a former Buffalo Wild Wings Series driver. And then, of course, as I said, 66 made their debut. So, yeah, pretty good. Drivers, unfortunately, will not make the race are Alicia Marquez, Noah Parker, not Nick Parker. I don't know why. Anyway, Aaron Hornish, Alan Burnett, 1 week after debuting Mercedes' first start in the Truck Series, gets a DNQ. Tough break for her. Nick Martin, Mirabel Madrigal, Wayne Lopez, Luke Peters, who we will see tomorrow in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. So good luck to Luke over there as he's battling for the championship. Tyler Walker, William Johnson, Abigail Furling. William Johnson's streak comes to an end at 2 consecutive races. If he would have made the race, it would have been 3. Ashton Wright, Jake Littletown, Daniel Wooder, and Santiago after going to victory lane last time out at Darlington. It will not be 2 for 2 for her. Greg Rutz, Chris Fontaine, Megan Knight, Sam Davis. By the way, that also means Ann Santiago has been mathematically eliminated from making in job for her. Sorry about my phone buzzing. Trying to call me about the I don't know what the hell David Gene Hiller's having sex with, but anyway, on topic. Let's see, Greg Rutz, Chris Fontaine, Megan Knight, Sam Davis, Jake Putnam, Carter Hallen, Paul Michaels, William Davis, Veronica Platts, Hilda DeYoung, Brad Lewis. He was the last one to finish. Nick Nelson. Not sure what happened to Jay Green unless he cut a tire down. That would be my guess. And then Sarah Littleton didn't make the race. Everybody else DNF because of their crashes. Sydney Vortex, we will see her and Brittany White in the Monster Energy Series. Luca Rosso failed to qualify. Of course, he is an AutoZone Amateur Series driver. James Orman, man, I don't know when Nathan Orman's brother is going to start making races. If not, he might have to race in the AutoZone Amateur Series to try to fight for a charter for next season. The way things are looking. Shohei Alinsky, Ben Kalikawak, and Monica Towns, all of those drivers will have to go home. I do apologize if my mouse is sticking. I don't know why. So that's going to do it for the Truck Series non-charter race. Congratulations to the 5 drivers over here. But we're not done yet here at Coca-Cola because we have to determine who will be the 3 drivers that will make the race for Buffalo Wild Wings Series. So that will be fun. And good thing I wrote down the numbers. But before we start the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, I want to quickly double check the deal. I don't know why you are not saving. I'm going to probably see who's driving what before. Oh yeah, it's same roster as last week. I want to make sure who's at the 21 this week. Okay, nobody's in the 21. Okay, cool. Actually, no, the 21 is going to be in race number 2. It'll be Gene Evans. So this is their intermission report. Okay, Travis Stapleton's in this. X is in the other race. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Now, they're going to run 26 laps. Let's put it on non-charter. All right. The winner of this race will transfer into the non-charter race as we're here for Buffalo Wings. You didn't miss anything except... Shut up, official. I was talking. Rude little bastard. Brenda Eveling on the pole. Thomas Brad Lewis is in there. Jessica Shelton, who could have made the race last week. Unfortunately, she didn't. Bart Simpson, Aleda Benson, all that. There's a look at the grid. Here's the rest of your lineup. Melanie Rogers is there. Sandy Stewart, by the way, we're replacing Shohei Alinsky in the 71 as Sandy Stewart's trying to make her first start of the year in Buffalo Wild Wings. You don't have to hear the command because I don't want to have to hear it. The driver, start your engine. Yeah, that part. It gets annoying really quick. You guys are not annoying. It's the command that's annoying. All right. We haven't seen these drivers, as I said, since last time out at Darlington. Fitzy is going to make a start. Riley Roblier in the 34. Of course, Riley Roblier, a Truck Series driver who's in Buffalo Wild Wings. Kyle Langland. Q-Man's got to make a start soon. Because it's embarrassing seeing Q-Man not make the race. I really want Q-Man to make the race. Really bad. Alright, to save you all a little headache, I'm just going to get the field into turn number 4. There we go, just save you all some time. And save me some time. Alright, winner of this race will lock him or herself into the main event in a few days' time. Green flag in the air. Non-charter racing is back for the Buffalo Wild Wings series. Of course, last week we didn't have, or not last week, last time out, 2 weeks ago, we did not have a non-charter race because 3 drivers that were on the entry list were past champions. So there was no need for a non-charter race. So we'll see how this is going to go. Also, Melanie Rogers driving the Milky Way colors this week. One of many sponsorships she will drive. That's Milky Way. Tyler Thomas in the 03 for Our Motorsports. Jimmy Neutron trying to make his debut. Luke Cage has yet to make a start here in the Buffalo Wild Wings series, to my surprise. Some of these drivers, as I said, are trucks or are Truck Series drivers or Monster Energy Series drivers. Hazel Triggs would be one of those drivers. Jessica Shelton there. Shelton could have made the main event at Ricky if she didn't run out of gas or something, or whatever the issue was on her car. And by the way, this is race number 8 of Buffalo Wild Wings. For those that are wondering why race 8, race 9 is Monster Energy because Buffalo Wild Wings took an off week last week. Caution! Oh, big one! Oh, no, Q-Man got collected. That's just great. Alex Bonsignor, Jamie Pintor, Tyler Thomas, Sandy Stewart, Fitzy, Neutron, Bill Nye the Science Guy, Abigail Furling, DJ Curtis upside down in the hefty Chevrolet. And I called it. I said, watch the Buffalo Wild Wings series, as I don't know what the flip the 07 is doing. What are you doing there, 07? That's Daniel Witter. What on bloody earth are you doing there, honey? Abigail Furling's got a lot of damage. This is 26 laps, may I point out. Okay, what caused this little kerfuffle? Did they go 4 wide and not keep it together? I'm starting to wonder if that was the case. Forgot to mention Marty Stevens in the Burger King colors this week. Let's see where this got started. Let's go to the aerial view. And I saw somebody got spun. The first car, I don't know who got spun. Truman X, by the way, is in the 8 this week. Some rides I forgot to go over. Oh, that's what happened. Looks like Nick Jackson spun Abigail Furling. Technically, that would be female abuse. I don't know how Nick Jackson didn't get involved. Just nowhere for any of these drivers to go. Oh, Kyle Langland, I didn't see him involved. And then Kelvin Wheeler just, I don't know what on bloody earth he was doing. Just, did he hit the apron? Yes, he did. Yeah, hit the apron, sideswiped the blue Emu Chevrolet of Quentin Moore up into Kyle Langland. Of course, Kyle Langland's raced here at Coca-Cola before in Monster Energy. Luke Cage, I don't know if he got a lot. Yeah, he's got some right side damage on his Shell Pennzoil Chevrolet. Tough break for Jamie Pintor trying to make his first start in the Buffalo Wild Wings of this season. That's a tough break for him. Jill Thomas. Have some drivers out of this one.
What you drinking? Water?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Gonna have some drivers out of this one. That's unfortunate. And of course, Brad Lewis, by the way, holds the bubble spot. Because remember, we still have one more non-charter race to go for Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Quentin Moore's a lap down. So Quentin Moore is now, what, 8 for 8 in D&Qs? Good grief. He's had more D&Qs than Morgan Shepherd, not to make a pun here. Out of the race, and there are a lot of them. Bill Nye the Science Guy, or in my frame, Bill Nye your mom's a guy. Luke Cage, 03 is out. That's Tyler Thomas as we're back to green. Abigail Furling's out. Jamie Pintor's out. I forgot to mention Albert Garden, the 52, is out, along with Sandy Stewart and DJ Curtis. So those drivers, unfortunately, will have to go home. Fitzwater in the 39's got some rear end damage on his CMR Roofing Chevrolet.
Daniel, dump this in the sink. This is yours, wasn't it?
Anyway. Q-Man nearly came down the Marty Stevens. That would have not been pretty for the Burger King Toyota. Marty Stevens has yet to make a start in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Makara Mirmouez going to be racing tomorrow in the Truck Series. Top 12 have separated. That's Stephanie Robertson in the 5. That's Joe Preston in the 91. Boy, they're running a lot faster speeds than our Truck Series drivers did for non-charter. Truck Series ran like around 190. These drivers are going like 240. Good grief. Monster Energy was going like 260 something. Or right around 230s. Bart Simpson, I forgot to mention, is in that 26 this week. Olivia Brightly in a new car. Alex Bonsignor, his chances of making the main event is pretty much done. Damian Charper there. Nick Jackson's already failed to qualify for the Truck Series after he got turned sideways on the back straightaway, so his chances, he is going to go 2 for 2 in D&Qs. Samantha Granger, who you'll see her in the Truck Series race tomorrow. Samantha Granger, former winner of the season, will go in that race 18th in the points. Joey Olinsky, by the way, is in the 60, not the 71. 71 driven by Sandy Stewart. Olinsky's in the 60 this week. Daniel Witter in the 07. Trying to make her first start of the year. Nick Pericles, Alita Torres, Bridget Thomas, and now leading the race is still Brenda Eveling. We're on lap number 10 of 26. Fuel mileage, I know, will not come into play. Excuse me. And you see that little hood buckle on Quentin Moore's car. Fitzy's got rear end damage to his car. Nice motivational belch is what you're trying to say. It's like spit it out. I wouldn't be surprised if they will catch Fitzwater before this race is over. Here comes Bridget Thomas. Bridget Thomas running full-time in the Truck Series. And she'll take part in tomorrow's Truck Series race. Of course, Trucks coming off their third off week. Their third and final off week in the first half of the regular season. That 3 car is Lindsay Sutton. Abigail Furling has failed to qualify that car a couple of times this season. or not Killimore, excuse me, Lindsey Sutton is going to be also going to run some races in the 30 car. Jill Thomas has her sister Bridget in this race. Three wide between Shohei Alinsky, Marty Stevens, and Jessica Shelton. Joe Preston in the 91 this week. James Orman. Orman has failed to qualify the Truck Series. Little bro Nathan got to run at Auto Club because of the incident with because of what happened with the 96 of Emma Tutu, who was ejected from her ride, and of course she's already left the track for the day to go home. The GM Goodwrench Chevrolet out of Richard Childress Racing, currently our leader, Lindsey Sutton. Lindsey Sutton competes in the Monster Energy Series, driving the number 38. She did not have a good run last week. That's Travis Stapleton, the 78, back in that ride this week. Of course, Marco Diaz ran at Darlington 2 weeks ago. And here they come to a lap, the 89 and the 39. So far, Lindsey Sutton leads. Lap traffic really going to come into play. 11 to go coming up. Lindsey Sutton, Brad Lewis, Hazel Triggs, the top three. Getting tired here, y'all. Sorry about that. These drivers are going 20 plus miles an hour faster than the damaged cars. Here comes Q-Man. Oh, Lindsey Sutton almost got put in the wall by Quentin Moore. That could have been disastrous. We're at 10 to go. Now that outside line getting held up. Here comes Brenda Eveling going to take the lead. Here comes James Orman in the 99. Now those damaged cars are really impeding some leaders. Or I may just do just this non-charter race. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go back to just the one qualifying race for this series, which is top 3 advance, which is fine. It's probably how I did it at Ricky, so. So, Group 2 you can say is like the part-time drivers. Because, by the way, the part-time drivers for Group 2 were not entered. It was just these 42 right here that were entered for this race. Forgot to mention, we are also going to not have the Monster Energy drivers next week, as Quentin Moore nearly got taken out by a bunch of other cars. They are getting around Fitzwater. I mean, it's Brenda Eveling, Joe Preston, and now Lindsay Sutton would be in the final transfer spot. Yeah, because I like it being 42 cars and not 60 something, so yeah. Alex Bonsignor, who was caught up in the big one. Kelvin Wheeler. As Lindsay Sutton's going to pass Joe Preston, who's now in the final transfer spot, but for how long? Comes Daniel Wooder, and that's Alita Therese. Therese, I believe, made the race at Ricky. Oh, I'm looking at trucks. I need to look at Buffalo Wild Wings series, excuse me. Yeah, I believe Therese made that race. She's actually made 2 races this season at 51. She would actually be the highest of the drivers in points that have made more than 1 start. Daniel Wooder there. That means Jessica Shelton now on the bubble. Jessica Shelton, I believe she's going to be racing in Foster's next year. So we'll see how she does in Foster's next year. Lita Therese currently leading. And Nick Pericles in the bubble, I think. Nope, 07 is. That's Daniel Wooder. Here comes Jessica Shelton, going to try to pass Alita Therese. They're 3 wide up there. 07 way up the track. Lindsay Sutton now in the final transfer spot, trying to take second from Alita Therese, and will succeed. I don't think they'll catch Bonsignor. They won't catch these drivers. I could be wrong. We got 3 to go next time by at the lines. Lindsay Sutton leads. Excuse me. Sorry for yawning. I'm just ready to call it a night after this recording's done. I have to be up early. 2 more 7:30 a.m.s. I wish I would have Friday off so I don't have to, so I can sleep in and get a much needed sleep. Lindsay Sutton leads. Here comes Marty Stevens. Where did he come from in the Burger King Toyota Supra out of Michael Walter Racing, as we have 3 to go, 2 to go next time by. Travis Stapleton second, Shohei Alinsky in third. Here's the thing, that 60 car has not made a start this year. Zachary Taylor had to run over his crew chief with a train. We're making that car fail to qualify several times this season. Shohei Alinsky currently the leader. I don't know which is the closest that we're going to as far as the Whataburger is concerned that Mario picked. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Which Whataburger are we going to, Steven? Alright, just checking. As Shohei Alinsky now leads. Like I said, I have not had a Whataburger since a long time. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Will the Zachary Taylor curse of the 60 car come to an end? We're about to find out as the blind just broke. And it doesn't matter if Alinsky wins the race. It matters that if he makes the main event. And looks like he will. Shohei Alinsky is going to win the non-charter race. Lindsey Sutton and Jessica Shelton will make the main event. Now I can write those numbers down. Deanna Shelton made her first start of the year in the 27, so Jess will make her first start of the year in the 27. Good job for Jessica Shelton. Lindsey Sutton, the curse of the 3 car comes to an end. She will make her first start of the year, as is Shohei Alinsky. So congratulations, those 3 drivers who unfortunately will have to go home are Alita Torres, Marty Stevens, Brenda Eveling, Daniel Woodard, James Orman, Joe Preston, Travis Stapleton, Samantha Granger, Nick Pericles, Brad Lewis, Bridget Thomas, Stephanie Robertson, Elaine Benson, Hazel Triggs, Truman X, Damian Sharper, Makara Mirmuz, Olympia Brightly, Myrtle Edmonds, who was, by the way, in the 23 this week, Bart Simpson, Riley Ripley, Marty Johnson, Jill Thomas, Melanie Rogers, Nick Jackson, Kyle Langland, Kelvin Wheeler, Jimmy Neutron, Alex Bonsignor, Zachary Fitzwater, Quentin Moore, who was the last car's only lap, Luke Cage, Bill Nye, Tyler Thomas, Abigail Furlan, Jimmy Pentor, Albert Garrard, Sandy Stewart, and DJ Curtis. Those drivers will not make the show as they were involved in wrecks. But that's going to do it here today at Coca-Cola for the non-charter races. We now know our 5 drivers for the Truck Series and our 3 drivers in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. What will we see in our races tomorrow for trucks? We'll have to wait and see what happens here tomorrow afternoon. Hope you guys enjoyed today's non-charter races for trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. These are your full finisher results for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. If you did not see the official finishing results for trucks, please scroll back through this video. You will see those results handily. And up next will be our points-paying races as the Coca-Cola Race Weekend continues on the PCSRA Sports and Gaming Channel, the best in racing around the world since 2017. So long from Coca-Cola, everybody. See you tomorrow for the Truck Series.